Albanian is a language spoken by about 8 million people worldwide. It's native in the Balkans and spoken by diaspora communities in Italy, Central Europe, and elsewhere as far as east as Turkey and Ukraine. Albanian is spoken by a relatively small population compared to other languages, but is an important language for the history of the Indo-European languages, the most spoken language family worldwide. Because it is the only surviving language of its group, Albanian is usually grouped with Illyrian and Mesapic, languages with it shares many features and ancestral links under a grouping called Western Paleo-Balkan or Adriatic Indo-European, simply known as Albanian, because Albanian is the only fully attested and surviving language. As the languages of the group are extinct and scantily recorded, Albanian serves as the language through which attempts have been made to understand them. Moreover, Albanian is used for comparisons with other Paleo-Balkanic languages, which are likewise extinct and barely recorded. The Indo-European branch of Albanian formed in the very beginning of the diversification of the Indo-European language between 3357 to 2162 BCE, when this interclade branched into four groupings: Greco-Armenian, Albanian, Italic, Germanic, Celtic, Balto-Slavic, Indo-Iranian, according to a new linguistic study published in 2021. The history of Albanian is divided into several phases. Its earlier phase, before the contacts with Latin in the 2nd century and 1st century BCE, is usually termed as Pre-Proto-Albanian or Early Proto-Albanian. Its phase between the 1st century BCE and the 6th century CE is called Proto-Albanian. Its medieval period is known as Old Albanian, and at the end of the Middle Ages begins its modern phase. In this video, we'll explore the history of 5 Albanian terms which are directly inherited from Pre-Proto-Albanian / Proto-Albanian eras. Ainte means Thursday in Albanian. It derives from early Proto-Albanian Agni, meaning fire, and in late Proto-Albanian with the suffix te. Agni is a descendant of a Proto-Indo-European term, meaning fire, often in a ritualistic context. The modern English verb ignite also comes from this root. The name Agni is linked with ritualistic fire worship among Indo-Europeans. Agni is a Hindu deity of fire. A fire deity of the same name was part of the traditional customs of Illyrians, from which Albanians have inherited such customs. Albanian Ainte corresponds with Latin Jovis Dies, Jupiter's Day, for Thursday, indicating that a deity called Agni was the equivalent of Jupiter in the Roman era among the ancestors of Albanians. In Christian times, Agni was officially shunned by religious institutions, but communal fire rituals were common among Albanians in the beginning of every season. Khloe, to call, to name, in Albanian, has been recorded in Old Albanian as Khloe. It derives from early Proto-Albanian Klausnia, from a similar Indo-European root. The form Khloe and Khloe have been recorded in Mesopic inscriptions between the 4th and 2nd century BCE in southern Italy. Mesopic was a language of the Yapigians, a people who had migrated from Illyria to Italy around 1300 to 900 BCE. Pair, in modern Albanian, akin to the verb derth, attested in Old Albanian as darth. It comes from the Proto-Albanian Darda. The term is linked to the historical name of Dardania, in modern Kosovo, North Macedonia, and southeastern Serbia, and the Dardani tribe. Darda, as a name, is used by the Darda Fis of Dibra, and is found in many areas across Albanian lands. The use of the term Darda in the restricted meaning of pair in modern Albanian doesn't necessarily correspond to the ancient meaning of the Dardani, which may have been closer to the meaning of derth, to pour constantly, aka to be bountiful, or to pour in the context of metallurgy. Hence, to cast iron, to make use of advanced metallurgy. Bard, meaning white. It derives from Proto-Albanian bard. Earlier forms included alternative barta. It comes from the IE term meaning bright or shining. The term forms the basis for the Illyrian king Bardilis and Mesopic Barzidihi. In modern Albanian names, it's found as Bardi, Bardai, Bardani, and Barjoka. It was borrowed in many languages of the Balkans directly or indirectly. Among those Albanian speakers who shifted to speaking Latin in late antiquity after they became part of the Proto-Romanian corpus, it evolved as Aromanian bards and Romanian bars, and borrowed in Serbo-Croatian as Barzilo. Romanians brought the term far as north as Ukraine in the form Barzi. Jarper or Jarpen, meaning snake or serpent, from early Proto-Albanian Serpena, meaning snake, cognate to other IE terms with the same meaning, like Latin, serpens, snake. The snake has a peculiar position in Albanian folk traditions. While in the Abrahamic religions, snakes are regularly seen as a symbol of the devil and treated as a mortal danger. In Albanian mythology, the snake is often seen as a protector of the household and bringer of good luck. This tradition was widespread in the Western Balkans in ancient times, as the Illyrian people held to a very high position the cult of the snake, as it was an important totemic animal of many tribes. The snake is depicted on the coins of Skodra, capital of the Illyrian king Gentius, and altars devoted to serpent deities were erected in Dardania throughout the Roman era. It is no coincidence that even in the recorded myths about the ancestors of Illyrians, Illyrius is depicted as a form of the serpent. In Albanian populated lands, many locations are named after serpents. Gjarpnesha, Marthia, Gjarpthat, Tivar, Gjarpnet, Suhareka, Lugu e Gjarpnojve, Pesiana, Gjuri e Gjarpnit, Kërqova, Qafa e Gjalprit, Tomarica. Land place names like Monte Vipera, Mounds of the Serpent, from Dalmatian Montenegro preserve the memory of similar locations. The history of the Albanian language is very complex and poses many questions to linguists today. We hope to have encouraged all those watching to learn more about it and even learn to speak Albanian. For those of you who do speak Albanian, join the discussion and share interesting Albanian words which you know from your area of the Albanosphere. Thanks for watching. If you found the video interesting, you can like and subscribe. See you all next time.